Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a heartwarming tale about a little dog with a giant dream. Get ready to be inspired by the dog who wanted to touch the clouds. Our story begins in a cozy little village nestled at the foot of a majestic, cloud-capped mountain. Here lived Barnaby, a tiny terrier with eyes full of wonder and a spirit even bigger than his barks. Most dogs in the village were perfectly happy chasing squirrels, digging up bones, or napping in sunbeams. But not Barnaby. From the moment he opened his eyes each morning, his gaze would drift upwards, past the rooftops, past the trees, all the way to the fluffy white clouds that seemed to dance just out of reach. He'd watch them drift by, sometimes looking like giant cotton balls, other times like galloping horses or slumbering dragons. Oh, to feel their softness, to taste the dew they carried. Barnaby would think, his little tail wagging with pure yearning. His dream was simple, yet seemingly impossible. Barnaby wanted to touch the clouds. The other dogs, bless their hearts, found his obsession a bit peculiar. Old Duke, the wise sheepdog, would chuckle. Barnaby, clouds are for birds, not for us ground dwellers. Even his best friend, a playful pug named Penny, would tease, "Come on, Barnaby, let's chase butterflies. Clouds won't let you fetch." But Barnaby, though he loved his friends, couldn't shake off his cloud-chasing ambition. He spent his days watching the mountain, studying its slopes, and imagining how he could get closer. He tried everything a small dog could imagine. He'd jump as high as he could, barking at the sky until he was breathless. He'd climb the tallest trees in the village, only to find the clouds still miles above. He even tried to convince a flock of geese to give him a ride, which, as you can imagine, didn't quite work out. Each attempt, while unsuccessful, only fueled his determination. He knew he couldn't fly, but there had to be another way. One crisp autumn morning, a new idea sparked in Barnaby's mind: the mountain. It was the tallest thing he knew. Maybe, just maybe, if he climbed high enough, the clouds would come to him, or he could reach out and touch them. It was a daunting thought for such a small pup, but his heart thumped with excitement. He knew it wouldn't be easy. The path would be steep, and the winds would be cold. So, with a deep breath and an even deeper resolve, Barnaby began his ascent. He bounded up grassy slopes, his tiny paws scrambling over rocks, and his little nose sniffing out the best path. The higher he went, the more expansive the world below looked, and the closer the clouds appeared. He faced challenges, slippery stones, prickly bushes, and even a grumpy squirrel who definitely didn't appreciate his enthusiasm. But every time he felt like giving up, he'd look up at those beautiful white wisps, and his dream would pull him onward. Hours turned into what felt like an eternity. His legs ached, and his fur was ruffled by the wind. Finally, as the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Barnaby reached the highest peak. He stood there, panting, looking up. The clouds were right there, swirling, majestic, almost within reach. He stretched out his paw, a little hesitant, then a little braver. He closed his eyes and gently pushed his nose into the cool, misty air. It wasn't a solid, fluffy pillow like he had imagined. It was cold, damp, and ethereal, like breathing in a whisper. But it was the clouds. He was asterisk in asterisk them. He felt the soft, cool mist on his fur, tasted the pure, fresh air, and for a moment he was completely enveloped by his dream. He hadn't touched a cloud like he would touch a ball, but he had experienced them, become a part of them. He had made it as the last rays of sunlight faded. Barnaby slowly made his way back down the mountain, his heart full of a quiet triumph. When he returned to the village, he wasn't barking excitedly or boasting. He simply curled up in his bed, a serene smile on his face, a new sparkle in his eyes. He had learned that sometimes achieving a dream isn't about grasping it exactly as you imagined, but about the incredible journey, the perseverance, and the wonderful feeling of getting as close as you possibly can. And sometimes the most magical part of a dream isn't the destination, but the pursuit itself. Barnaby continued to watch the clouds, but now with a deeper understanding and appreciation. He taught everyone in the village that even the smallest among us can have the biggest dreams. And with enough heart, courage, and a little bit of climbing, anything is possible. What an incredible story about determination, right? Barnaby reminds us all that no dream is too big if you're willing to work for it. Let me know in the comments what your cloud-chasing dream is. And if you enjoyed Barnaby's adventure, please give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who needs a little inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.